Hi, welcome back to the channel, Train Station 2. So happy to share with you that I found my missing train from Region 3. Never expect that was a reward as part of the progression. And then I opened that container, the 2-star container, and I got this. Wow, it's really fantastic. Of course, we're going to share with you my progress as well, and this P.LOH event. This P.LOH event, if you're new to my video, I just want to emphasize it is not as bad as you think. If you are giving up, don't. Because this P.LOH event, you just got to strategize by working on the ships first, and then after that you work on the trains. I started off not bad because I have some of the jobs standby. I got 50 points in a head start, so I managed to stay on second in the chart. But of course, as I mentioned in many events, competitions is always easiest in the first one, followed by of course the second one, and it get even harder when the third one started. So I wouldn't expect it as easy as the first one, where many people gave up. This second will be slightly tougher. Alright, happy to share with you level 87 already right now. So this P.LOH event competition, you're going to take note is definitely work on the ships first. Because of this limited warehouse spacing, work on just one ship instead of the other ships simultaneously, because that wouldn't work, because you'll be limited by a warehouse. End of the day, you also have a 4-hour time band for each ship. So if you can't fulfill one shipment, end of the day you are trying to do up 4 and you will fail all 4 and you'll just give up. So don't do that. When you complete those shipment and those dispatch by trains, you'll earn those P.LOH event points that could be used to open up containers. And I found many missing trains, I mean in Region 1 especially. So I'm really happy with this event because it gave me an opportunity to open up many Region 1 trains, which I'm very lacking in, because there are many jobs that require Region 1 and I don't have trains. I'm in bad shape because I only have 5 or 6 Region 1 trains and I can't work. So now I got more than I think 10 Region 1 trains, and I found most of the missing trains I used to long for. Okay, there's a good update there. First in the chart because of the stored up materials. So as I mentioned, you got to focus on those ships, because those ships will give you the P.LOH event items, even though it's not required by the trains. Disconnect it. Don't be worried that, oh, I must do the ships that is related to the trains that are going to dispatch it. Don't do that, right? Just do all the ships that you can. Once you got the ships, you have the item in the warehouse, then you focus on what you want to deliver to by the trains. Because having a lot of items in the warehouse is good, because there will be always a refresh destination by train after you completed one. And we have a lot of standby in the warehouse. You can immediately complete the next one without doing your ships. So always do your ships first. Until you can't, then you do those trains, and then eventually you got a lot of standby event items in the warehouse. You can keep on continuing doing. That's what I did. But I believe many people have now learned this tactic, I would say. So I would be surprised I'll be dropping in the ranks, especially when you need some sleep. So some people are different time zone. So after you wake up from your usual night sleep, you'll be surprised. Alright, so I dropped to 7. So a lot of people now are working really hard on this, and I completed 2 more just before I went to bed, and so that is the 2 that I can collect. And then you can see there I got a lot of standby materials. As you can see, I got 89 of them. I can actually fulfill it, and of course I can fulfill another one. 87 of it. That's just required 49. This is what I meant, which is having all this standby in the warehouse is very useful. You can immediately complete those trains dispatch. So this allows me to jump back to 6, but it's still very far off from the number 1. It's 315 points. So I gotta wait for this 3 dispatch to be completed, and then you see probably we can jump back to the 3rd position. So this is something you gotta take note. Then now focus back on ship. Go for one that you can actually fulfill. Don't go for those ridiculous ones which you are not impossible. So it's actually don't go for those materials you don't have. So you will know your own factory. I mean, which one is upgraded the most and can produce the fastest or the most number. And of course, you got to know the regions of trains to collect what kind of materials. So for me, I know that I already have 240 of these pellets. So I just got to do up some more and then collect some steel from the factory. Alright, now to share with you this. This was one of the game progress rewards, and I opened a container. I was surprised to find a missing train. Can you see that? So my region 3 trains is almost complete collection. I got this, and you know what? This train is not easy because first you got to unlock it, and then when you open the container and you get it, then you get this train. So it's the double mechanism to unlock this train. So what I meant was, in those normal days whereby you have spent those gems or those metal keys to open the train, once you hit on the spot of not found, you found that train, it doesn't give you that train. You got to find it one more time. So this is the unique train, and I'm very happy to have this train. Alright, so fast forwarded, now lacking of pedals, then I'm going to take a look what gives me pedals, of course. Okay, so as you can see, the number of quantity for the second ship is a bit tough. I'll work on whatever I could. Alright, so most of my trains are out for dispatch to the by the train to the 3 captains. I'll work on something that I can with just one train on disposal. So probably I'll work on the third one. Alright, I'm gonna grab some timber back. Alright, so I just need a bit more timber to go. 9 more, yeah. And then after that I work on the third one. So the second one I'll give it up because it's 493 iron powder. It's almost impossible, so don't go for those ridiculous ones. Alright, some upgrade materials there. Okay, another one. Always grab those free ones by just watching a video. Shouldn't be a too difficult task for you. And then upgrade my newfound train. Very quickly, let's do a check in the chart. Yes, I'm on third right now. 255, 40 more, or I said 45 just to beat the second. So something to work on. I can only get 20, so I can work on the rest. I'm really hoping to be top 3, I would say, for this second competition. And if that's possible, then I can get more coins, those seaport coins, and I can open more region 1 trains. My region 2 is not as bad as region 1 in terms of lacking of trains, so I want to beef up my region 1 trains heavily through this seaport event. Region 3 trains, I have tons of it, so I'm not concerned. So after I'm satisfied with the region 1 trains collection, then probably I move on to region 2 if this seaport event is still on. I really hope this seaport event goes on and on so that I can collect all those missing trains in region 1 and 2. But unfortunately, there's only about 5 days left, and probably I'll say another 2 more or maximum 3 competitions. It's really important. I mean, if you are looking at this video right now, my encouragement to you is really go and do those competitions regardless of the ranks you have. Collect as much coins as you could so you can change for the ideal trains in the missing regions that you are longing for. Alright, my train is back. Shiny yellow train with the timber of 73. Alright, so we have completed the first shipment. Alright, the fourth one is not out yet, so we're left with 2. Of course, the ideal one will be the third one. Then we've got to work on that. Alright, we've got some copper in standby. Always have material standby in the factory. That acts as your additional warehouse spacing. Otherwise, you won't get the items. So always standby all the materials in the warehouse to the brim. So you can once you need it, you don't need to wait, and then you can grab them. Of course, easy said than done. It needs a lot of hard work. Alright, so we need steel, copper, and those barrels. Alright, the barrels is in making. That should suffice. 110 more than enough. So we just work on the steel and of course copper. Okay, unfortunately you can see I only have one train suited for the first captain. So that's what I meant by you need a lot of region 1 trains, otherwise your competition progress will be hindered by the limitation of number of trains. Great there, I managed to upgrade fully for that region 1 train. Okay, 275, really far away, 90 points. The first and second player is really strong. They are progressing really fast. So there's a bit of concern for me. I'm really afraid that I may drop to the top 5. But nonetheless, I'll be pressing on because you've got to work your way up. Because there's no easy way up. You're constantly got to work those ships. And then of course, now I'm left with 1. I got to work on those gears. Those gears were normally used for tables, but I got to save it up to send to that ship because of the timeline. So I got to work on that. Alright, so of course at the same time collect other required items. Iron powder is one, steel is another one to make those gears there. Alright, so actually it's a saw blade. Alright. So this is the ship I'm going to work on. Alright, for you, wish you good luck. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.